I think my audio is horrible there. Let's fix it. I'm so sorry that the audio was so off. And yeah, what I was saying earlier is that to those of you who are joining us this morning or afternoon, depends on wherever you are watching from, remember, after reading the caption of the broadcast, please, somebody says start from the beginning. All right, you didn't miss much, okay? What I said was that, number one, I welcomed you to Mayegun's Diary Political a few seconds ago, right? So good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. It is brunch time with, I think I need hair. This place is roasting and it's making me feel sweaty. Sort of. Give me a sec. Thank you so much, Mayegu. Today, I apologize again for that, for that poor discussion there. Anyway, so good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. It is brunch time with Mayegun. And if you have read the caption, yeah, you'll be surprised. Sometimes it can be very roasting in Glasgow. So if you have read the caption of this broadcast, the writer, and then the description as well, it's, and then you've liked it, shared it, to invite your friends and the not so friendly friends to tell all of them that Mayegu is live. Oh, Mayegu is live. Oh, are you watching? And today as well, I am going to put on our backup channel to start with us. So yeah, it may not be like fully on, okay? So you can also watch on the backup channel, the Mayegun's Diary Premium on YouTube, okay? So thank you. So the writer for this broadcast is self-explanatory. We're the weakest man, Amawule, the 27 House of Assembly members of River States that continue to dance to the dictates of Wike and the Nigeria judiciary. Judiciary. The same one that is in the pocket of Wike has delivered another judgment to withhold the River State's allocation, be it local government or state allocation, until the case is determined by the courts. So Amawule, the 27 House of Assembly members that decamped to APC in order to fight Fubara, you know the story. So they were in court where the court said, no, they did not decamp. Therefore, their seat is not vacant. Then they went back again to say Fubara is operating with just 3 House of Assembly members that passed the 2024 budget of Fubara. That, according to them, is illegal because the majority of the House of Assembly members are with Wike. So because of this, Fubara must represent the 2024 budget to them for deliberation. And just to give you the backstory, okay, it all started from November 2023 when the deal between Wike and Fubara, whatever the deal was, collapsed. And these loyal House of Assembly members, in fact, put it this way, the governor, the deputy governor, the House of Assembly members, the National Assembly members from River State, all of them, their form that they used in contesting for these positions were bought by Wike. It was the Wike that bought the House of Assembly form for them. It was the one who bought the governorship form for Fubara. It is the one who also bought the National Assembly forms for all the National Assembly members. They were all meant to do his bidding. So whatever the deal was, Fubara reneged. And because Fubara reneged on that agreement, Wike activated the House of Assembly to prepare and get ready to remove Fubara, impeach him. So what then happened was that not all of them followed Wike. Yeah, not all of them. About 4 of them decided to stay with Fubara. Okay, including a Labour Party House of Assembly member, I think, right? Decided to stay with Fubara. While 27 others, plus the speaker, decided to go with Wike. So the house divided. So with Wike having the majority, right? They now made a mistake, a very, very grave mistake. But Nigeria is a lawless place. That mistake is probably not recognized by their law as we speak. So the mistake was that they decamped to APC. Yeah, they decamped when they shouldn't, right? They claimed that PDP was in crisis at the national level, but it wasn't. So Fubara now took advantage of that error by then declaring their seats vacant. So they went back to court. And you know that before Wike left the government house in Rivers State, Wike spent over 6 billion naira building houses, buying cars for judges. This is his own modus operandi. For those who know him very well, just make sure that you have the judiciary on your side and you can get any court judgment anytime, any day, whenever you want. So immediately Wike became ex-governor, he lost that control of that rivers, but he became a minister in Abuja. And he started it all over again by trying to bring the judiciary to his side, right? He's been buying them cars. Well, Tifnubu has increased their salary. They've been buying them cars. And he, Wike, is spending over 200 billion naira to build houses for judges in Abuja. He is also a life venture, meaning is a member of the judicial, whatever is called the life benchers, right? So it's like a court group, kind of like that, okay? So he enjoyed their support, especially outside Rivers now, because Fubara seems to have replaced him in Rivers already. So using the Abuja judges against his own state seems not far-fetched as we speak. So Wike never loses in court, especially where he has the judiciary under his arm or armpit, so to say. So you see this 27 House of Assembly, they went to Federal High Court, and the judges there said they did not decamp, therefore nobody should declare their seat vacant. INEC cannot conduct election to their seat, and this emboldened them. But Fubara is not dealing with them. Like, he's not relating with them anymore. He's not paying their salary. He's not giving them anything. They are now being funded by Wike. So part of their plan, which is still coming up soon, is to impeach Fubara. They are going to impeach him. They're going to announce that they've impeached him. So when judgment comes from River State, Fubara will obey that. Or anything outside the River State is none of his business, like this one. So they went to court that they have been reinstated. And Fubara was like, well, that is to your house, not here. I'm not dealing with you. So they also came back, they went to court, and the court, another judge in Abuja ordered that Fubara must resubmit the 2024 budget. Here you get. So like I was giving you the background earlier, okay? So when they decamped in December 2023, and Fubara took the advantage, then Tifnubu intervened by calling a resolution meeting, and he ordered Fubara and others to maintain status quo. So these guys went on to say they are taking all the power, constitutional power of Fubara, okay? Powers like, his power to be able to appoint caretaker chairman for local government. They took that away from him. And they said, by the power vested in them as House of Assembly, they have extended the tenure of local government chairman. That's also the second part of the crisis. The tenure of the local government chairman was coming to an end. And in fact, it came to an end sometimes in May. So these guys now said they have extended because all the local government chairmen, they are loyal to Wike as well. So the Amawule guys decided to extend their tenure for 6 months since Fubara, according to them, does not have the power to conduct local government election until Oga says so. Oga is Wike in Abuja. Sure, you get. But Fubara damned the whole thing, damned them, and damned their consequences and all that. And he conducted his local government election or selection, Rabbi. Meanwhile, the Amawile's House of Assembly guys, they have become like internally displaced politicians in and out of river states, okay? So they're just like back and forth. So they now went to court where the courts in Abuja ordered Fubara to go and resubmit the 2024 appropriation bill to them so that they can pass it. And Fubara was like, no, these guys are no longer House of Assembly members in River State. Therefore, I'm not going to deal with them. So since Fubara did not honor that, they now gave him a warning last week that they have the power to impeach him, but that is going to be the last thing they want to do, which is going to be the last thing that probably will lead there to a state of emergency in River State very soon, okay? So in order to possibly destroy him and destroy the states, they went to court initially to stop the local government election because according to the Supreme Court, right, any state that failed to conduct local government election, right, they must not be given allocation, local government allocation. So they went to court and said there should not be any election in River State, okay? And if there is none, River State won't be able to collect their allocations for local government areas, salaries of local government workers, contractors at the local government level, and all other financial commitments at the local government level will become, stalled. So Fubara breached that. Now these guys are back in court where one judge, what's her name again? Let me go look at her name. There's one judge. Her name is, her name is Joyce Abdulmalik of the Federal High Court, Abuja, ruled this morning that the Central Bank of Nigeria should freeze all allocations meant for River States, be it local government or be it state allocation or every allocation meant for River State must be freezed from this moment until the case is over. So which means Fubara will need to go and appeal this judgment. And until then, and let me tell you something, he can't win. Because this is Federal High Court. If he goes to appeal court, it's going to be the Federal Appeal Court. And then from there, maybe Supreme Court. Here, Supreme Court, maybe say the Chief Justice of Nigeria right now, was the one that went to a place that where the wicked demolished people's houses. Then took over people's lands to build judges' quarters, houses for judges in Nigeria. Do you think that Chief Justice, who knows that that is ethically wrong, is the one that is now going to give the judgment in favor of Fubara? It is all over there, right? So what that means then is this. River State will not receive allocation until further notice. Local government will not receive allocation because, you see, the money is coming from the federal and they will be in court maybe for months. In the process, Fubara would have to look for means of paying the salaries of the River State workers. He will have to look for means of paying the local government workers, all because of Wike ego that got bruised. So illegality versus illegality is what the River State people are now being punished for. All because Fubara did not fulfill whatever dubious, fraudulent, criminal arrangements that Wike put in place. 30% of River State allocation was said to have been agreed upon will be paid to Wike to maintain their political structure. Before now, many people in River State have been speaking on the side of Fubara. People like Asari Doku Dump. Asari said if they try to bring Fubara down or remove Fubara, there will be a problem in River State. Well, it seems that that problem is about to start. Others have said if Wike continues to sabotage Rivers people because of his whatever political disagreement with Fubara, Nigeria will pay, because they believe that Tifnumbu is systematically empowering Wike to do all of this. And remember, apart from Bayelsa, Rivers State also contributes at least over 40% of the oil exploration that Nigeria is making every day. So we probably will begin to witness pipeline burst, vandalism, bombing of some oil installation and all that, because they've said it. They have said it that they will cripple Nigeria if Wike is not called to order. They will cripple Nigeria economically because, number one, I don't know if this crude oil of a thing is still beneficial to Nigeria, because from my own findings, right, if you ask the NNPC, NNPC, how much have they remitted to Nigeria Treasury from the sale of crude oil since January this year, you will realize that it is almost zero. Yes. I have been trying to get a figure. Say, okay, if Nigeria is making 1.3 million barrel of crude oil every day, that means Nigeria collecting about 40% royalty on that. That's a lot of money. So Nigeria should be having tens of billions of dollars every month. And now, what is the 40% of 1.3, 1.4 million barrels a day? What's the 40% of that? Divide it into three, and then so okay, roughly, you can say it's about 400 or 500 million. 500,000 barrels a day. Abi, that's 1.5 million. No, 5. That's 15 million. That's about 15 million barrels every month that Nigeria should be cashing out. Multiply 15 million times $70. Don't worry, that's a lot of money, Sha. Sure, you get 15 million times $70. That's a lot of money. But if you ask them today, how much has Nigeria made from crude oil sale? NNPC has not remitted any money per se. The last time we checked, they said that NNPC didn't remit any shishi in 2023. They did not remit a dime from January to September 2023. No dime was remitted, no traces of anything. So this year, from January to June, to half of this year, there's no record of how much NNPC remitted from the sale of crude oil in Nigeria. So I don't know if shutting down the oil, because they said it, if Wike continues this madness against the Rivers people and Tifnumbu continue to indulge him or continue to kind of like protect him, Nigeria will pay. So now that they've put a stop to your allocation, so what should we be expecting? Well, because right now, their IGR in Rivers State, where Wike was their governor, so to say, their IGR in a year is less than 100 billion naira. And this is a state that gets over 60 to 63% of their funding from the federal, including the 13% derivation formula that they pay to them as oil producing states. So all this money from central bank will now stop. So what's going to be next? What is going to be next? That's the question I'm asking myself. That is something that I am like, politicians don't really care, so to say, because they know the intention is to make sure that the state is economically crippled, financially crippled, so that the people of the state can turn against Fubara. But it is not working. It's actually going to make people hate Wike more, in my own opinion. No? Because the Amawule and his gang, right, they've sort of they've misfired from the start. Then Fubara himself, who is now acting like he's on the side of the people, no, is being part and parcel of Wike's looting gang. So whatever it is, I have said this before, whatever it is their debt agreement was, there is no better time for Fubara to tell the whole world. Here you get, tell everybody what's really happening. I know that he himself, as a criminal, that's a Fubara, right? He helped Wike to loot over 1.4 trillion naira from River State. There is a record for that. From that 1.4 trillion naira they looted from River State, he knows where the bodies are buried. His name and his signature is almost on every penny stolen from River State. He helped Wike to process the money. He knows where the bodies are buried. There's no better time like to tell the people like, oh, this is what is going on, this is what happened. Rivers people, this is why you are facing this. People deserve to know. When you ask Wike, what is the problem? He will say, go and ask Fubara. When you ask Fubara, what is the problem? He will say, there is no problem. I don't know why they are doing this to me. Yeah. But everybody does. Everybody does know that what is going on. So the movie is not over. Now let's leave them in River State for a second. The Mike Tyson, Alex Mascot. I don't know why I keep saying Moscow. After his apology at on the floor of Nigerian's House of Representatives yesterday, today he has been arraigned for assault. The young man, the boat driver that he assaulted, and his own, lawyer, the Jadenyoju, petitioned the Nigeria police, and today he has been arraigned for assault. Let's replay his apology yesterday in full.
To rise and speak very briefly concerning the incident that took place on October 27th of 2024, involving myself and a citizen, Mr. Stephen Abuetseya, an e-hailing cab driver. What began as a misunderstanding regrettably escalated into actions and remarks that do not reflect the values that I hold dear, nor those that I am.
Chairman CBN, you're having another parliament there.
As a member of the esteemed House, I deeply regret my words and actions that occurred at the heat of the moment, and I take full responsibility for how this exchange has impacted on the citizen, Mr. Abuetseya, his family, and the entire public.